Welcome to the Original Fighter's Voice. I'm your host, Don Mcguire. Man, I've been waiting for this interview for about a year and a half now. Me and Anthony Holmes, we go back just a wee bit, but
Right.
it's with great honor and great pride that I have the Yorkshire Gladiator, Mr. Anthony Holmes, on. How you been, mate?
I'm good, mate. Thanks for having us on. It's been a long time I haven't spoken, isn't it?
It's been a minute, man. I think the last time I had you on was your fight with Hedry.
Yeah, that's last November, I believe it was.
Yeah. You know, I kind of want to, can I clear things some up, for some people, because a lot of people didn't understand the situation that happened precluding the Darren Hedry fight between me and you. I
Yeah,
didn't leave Anthony Holmes as a manager. I was a vice president for Jackson Wink. I had signed Anthony Holmes to Jackson Wink, and I had wanted to quit Jackson Wink, but Anthony's fight was that weekend. They hadn't paid me in 7.5 months, and I didn't want to quit before Anthony's fight because that's the last thing you want to do when you have your fighter stepping into the squared circle for a belt. So I waited until Anthony's title fight with Hedry, just out of respect for Anthony and four other fighters that were going for titles that weekend. Before we start the show, take me back to that moment. I remember Anthony Holmes saying, "Get me on the big stage one
yeah.
last time." And I did. What did that moment when you defeated Derek Hedry? What did that moment feel like for Anthony Holmes?
Well, brilliant. Like I say, it were another belt as well, another achievement. We were the number one in the country at the time. So, yeah, it was a good win. I mean, there's some size difference there as well. And I was a big underdog, but approached it right and got the win.
Yeah. You know, I believe I had a lot of faith in you, mate. It's like I still do. Yeah, I think everybody falls down to get more humble. My brother out of Atlanta, Georgia, says much respect, Anthony.
Thank
Um, I think people stumble sometimes to refine themselves. Going into this fight with Kroll, do you believe that Anthony Holmes has found the right path?
Yeah, going back to all my winning training ways, my routine. I'm back with my one coach who I've had throughout my career, Neil Wayne and Matt Livingston. And yeah, trusting them, trusting I've made all right decisions this one. I've covered all bases, so we're good. And it's the first time I've fought something like KG, so looking to statement in this weight group and see if I can collect another weight, another belt, another weight. That'll be fit 5 weights.
Yeah. It's funny. Somebody asked me, how did I meet Anthony Holmes? And we talked about it before we went live. It was over the Chad Kelly fight. I
Yeah,
remember I had Chad Kelly on, and a mate we were just talking about, a good pal of ours, Craig Costello, said, "Well, why don't you give him an opportunity to speak?" I said, "Tell him to check his inbox."
yeah,
And I'd already DM'd you. You know, Anthony, it's been an honor and a privilege to have you in my life because you're a tremendous young man and a warrior. I see this fight as being an opportunity for you not only to show Castleford but to show the entire UK, who the dominant bare knuckle fighter is. What does this fight truly mean to you, not as a warrior but as a man on your walk?
it's for me. It's my life. I love it. It's saved me as a boxer. So I'm gonna keep getting opportunities and getting paid for something I love. You know, I can't ask for any more. And I've got full support, and it just makes me a better person. You know, when I'm in fight camp, I've got good focus for everything. So it doesn't matter who's in front. I just enjoy every minute of it. I enjoy it, toughness, enjoy the ring walk, enjoy the fight, and enjoy the aftermath.
Yeah, hold on one sec. Uh, oh, somebody's saying that your mic is echoing. That's why I wish we had. We don't have earbuds on Anthony's side, so we're just going to have to do the show as it is.
Yeah, sorry about that. I'm shooting at computers as well. So.
Hey, but you know what? We'll make it happen, brother. We'll make it happen. What does it mean for Anthony Holmes to now, this following weekend coming up, to step into Leeds? and have your fans, your people come to Leeds and represent you, mate.
Like I say, it gives you that extra drive, support I've got from the local area, the businesses and that as well. It's overwhelming. Like I said, boxing helped me change my life around, kept me out on the right path. Because, like I say, I ended up doing a few prison, fortunately, for fighting. And yeah, I've got the right support. I've got good lads behind me, supporting me through it. So I'm flying at the minute. I'm coming back from the first loss, but I'll soon get that back. I intend going over to America next after this, hopefully, and then I want the rematch with Christie. Let's settle that score.
You want Christie or you want Hedry?
Christie.
Why do you want Christie over Hedry? I want to see you knock Hedry out again, but
It's like I say, I just think I could have been better than what I was winning the fight all the way through, and I got into fourth, completely spent. I had no left, and then I started going in with my hands down, and I walked straight on to a perfect right from him, and I didn't. Right when I knocked me down, and when I got up, rather than just trying to be evasive, I went into war mode and just tried exchanging, which was stupid. I had no left, and I just spent vest. So big mistake, big lesson though, and I appreciate the lesson because it kind of made me stronger. So bring on next.
well, yeah, it's no surprise. Every time you come back stronger. Every time you come back meaner. And I think now you truly have a chip on your shoulder. You've got something to show, not
Yeah.
just the UK, but the world. You know, a brother of yours and mine had just commented. He says, evening, question for Holmesy. What would you say you have learned from the loss or the mistake?
I know my body better than anybody else. I went with a different gym at that time for other reasons. I can't openly say that on here. But went with a different coach. And the trained if obviously was that, but we didn't have that bond. They didn't know me inside and out. And I kept myself quiet, but I know what's right for me. And I should have spoke up. And, yeah, I know myself more than anybody else. So I went dismantle my own thoughts again. I know what's right for me. I've done it exactly what I think is right for this camp. And yeah, I've got good coaches. No saying that other coach was though, a good coach. We didn't know each other, how each other operated, and obviously we didn't have that bonding.
Um, and my brother put a long comment, so I apologize. I'm gonna read. He said, Gus D'Amato said, every fighter that ever lived had fear. A boy comes to me and tells me that he's not afraid. If I believed him, I'd say he's a liar or there's something wrong with him. I'd send him to a doctor to find out what the hell's the matter with him because it's not normal. It's not a normal reaction. The fighter that's gone into the ring and hasn't experienced fear is either a liar or a psychopath. Do you have any methods for getting through fear? Example, somebody says, I'm afraid right now. In other words, he wants to know, do you have any examples of your thoughts
Yeah,
before you step in the ring?
regardless, we're all built with a fear in us over summer. You just got to face it, and if you don't face your fears, you don't win. And for me, I've got methods what I use. I like to do my ice baths and my wim off. I think that's very good. Visualization. Just make sure I do everything right in camp where I feel confident. And if I know I've done everything right, I'm going in there. Maybe still have a bit of fear, but that's not going to stop me. I can't wait to face it and use it with energy.
No, Anthony, I know a lot about you. We've talked on multiple occasions. We became pals over the years. What does this fight truly mean? I mean,
Yeah,
because let's face it, I believe you're 38 years old now, correct?
yeah.
You know, you don't have much time left. So how much importance is set on this fight?
For me, like I say, it's everything to me. I've got my goals to reach, so I won't stop till I don't want to retire till I reach them either. I don't care how many if I have a setback, I'll get back up and keep going until I reach those goals, and then I'll retire when I'm ready. But till then, I'll keep training, I'll keep working, and I'll eventually reach it.
You know, I love your style. I hate going back to the first fight, but they put you in there to be
Yeah,
destroyed by Hedry.
yeah,
And I remember me and you, we had a couple of talks, and I said keep your foot off the gas until the fourth round.
yeah.
And then I told you the fourth round, you just step on the gas pedal. And you actually waited till the fourth round and stepped on the gas pedal. And were you surprised that you dropped him in such a fashion?
Yeah, but no, I knew the size he was, and usually it comes out high pace, so just in my head as well, I'd just be elusive for first three and then turn it up 4-5. And corner team were in there as well. They were saying, just keep doing what you're doing. Obviously, they wanted a bit more action, did BKFC, but I know what I had to do to win. Obviously, we had a big, could see size difference between us both once we were in. I think it looked like a different fighter from me in. But we got the job done, and that's all I'm happy about.
Yeah. Now, this is your third fight on your contract. So if you win this fight, you'll be offered another multi-fight deal, correct?
Yeah.
Man, how good does that feel knowing that, your future could just be beginning? A lot of people say, well, he's 38 years old. Well, let me tell you people something. One of the greatest UFC fighters in history, Dan Severn, was 40 years old. He lied to the UFC and said he was 30. He beat some of the greatest fighters in the world after his 40th birthday. How old do you feel, Anthony?
16 still in there.
Right?
Yeah. I'll keep going until like my body doesn't want to go anymore. And the mental side starts flowing, but I feel strong mentally and physically. So I'll keep going until my body says it's had enough. And look, like we were talking before I come on, like Guitar on the hero. Always underdog, always telling me too old. And he kept going against Graham. Spanked Tito Ortiz on the ass for calling him old man. And then saying, not bad for no money. So he's my favourite fighter of all time, is Willie Guitar. And his age is one of the reasons he was a big underdog and he kept proving him wrong, and I plan to do the same.
Yeah. This moment has got to be tremendous for you because Leeds is your people. You're from Castleford, but Leeds is going to bring everyone that supports Anthony Holmes. BKFC is trying to get their act together. They finally got the tables there. I see last time they didn't even get the tables there, but they got the tables there this time.
Yeah.
How much more does it give to you, mate, to be able to fight in
Oh, I
front
love
of your own
that.
people?
Yeah, I love the atmosphere. I love the support. The cheer I get when I come in as well. It's electrifying. So it gives me that great buzz. I enjoy the ring walk. Soaking up all atmosphere as much as what I do fighting and getting my raised. I don't think there's nothing that can compare to that feeling. So yeah, I'm addicted to it.
You know, I love sitting back because I'm friends with a lot of your friends, like Daz Eccles and of course Craig Costello. What does it mean for you to have those type of people in your corner that push you every moment and believe in you with all their hearts and even have their kids look up to you?
Yeah, I mean, it's brilliant. You obviously don't want to let people down either, but it gives you that drive. Good people to look at, people. It gives you that strength. It gives you pride as well. So that shows in training and fighting.
You know, I was so pissed off that Jackson Wink, screwed me over. Here, Craig says Vicky Johnson's toughened him up.
I think he's talking about it.
Huh?
I think he's talking about it.
That's your mate, not mine. You might be talking to somebody else in the thread. I can't tell. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's all right.
But I I look at Daz Eccles and I see his son emulate you, and look up to you. You know,
Yeah,
I I'm proud of you, Anthony, because like I said, I look back to that day that we talked, and I caught a lot of flack over it. You caught a lot of flack over it, but
yeah,
would you
I love
say
it.
would you say the outcome was worth the fight?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I've never anybody I've got put in front of me. I just I accept. I've never never turned down a fight as long as I think is it as long as it's fucking a good challenge. And that's all I want to fight best. My interest, like I say, I'm back into my career, so get as many hard fights as I can and keep seeing what we're made of.
Well, what would you like to say to Kroll? What would you like to say to him come Saturday night? Because the fight's is it Friday or Saturday?
Yeah. Well, to be honest, like, I don't disrespect any fight again. It's just a job for me. It's a path what I'm on, and whoever's in the path, obviously, I'm going to get through them to get to where I want to go. There's no malice there, but there won't be no friendship until with that final bell goes. Till then, appreciate the taking fight and let's put on some show.
Oh, you've always put on a show, mate. I hate going backwards, but still, even the fight with Chad Kelly, I mean, it was an all in all. I mean, it was an out and out war. At the end of that fight, you both sat on the edge of
Knackered.
the squared circle and showed respect for each other.
Yeah,
You know, his career is kind of taken a dive, and your career's grown. So to me, that really proved who really was the Intercontinental Champion.
yeah,
Who truly deserved it because you've grown since then. Mate, the path that you continue to grow on in bare knuckle is astounding. I believed in you from day one. After we had that first interview and then I became your manager,
yeah.
I wanted nothing but the best for you, and I wanted your career to be successful. And I see you doing that. Thank you for first of all, entrusting in me to get you the opportunities in this sport. And I want to thank you for proving that I didn't make a bad decision
Yeah.
and getting you on the big stage. What would you like to say to the people that support you, the people that are coming out to see this fight, the people that truly believe, and you, as they say in the UK, that truly believe in Holmesy?
Yeah. Well, like I say, I appreciate all support, and I'll leave it all at ring. Like I say, belief in this place because everything I've got in me, I won't leave that ring until I'm absolutely exhausted or dead. So it's just one of them. I give it all. I'll get in the ring and make sure I give fans what they want. And that's all I can do.
Yeah, I'm proud of you, mate, because to see what you're doing is tremendous, and not everybody knows the ups and downs of what it takes to be a fighter. How hard is it for Anthony Holmes to pick himself up after that last outing?
Oh, easier than what you think. Just that I don't see. I just see it as a lesson, and then as I analysed it, where I went wrong, what I should have done. I went like I say, the camp was shocking, or a bit all over the place, but that don't take away out from Christie. But I think you'll see a different version of the rematch, and I look forward to replaying it. And like I say, it's rejuvenated me. Got no pressure on me for this fight. It's my first main title fight, and you've always got I've been beaten, so I've always had that. Everybody's waiting for me to lose, and now it's finally happened. All that pressure's gone, and I just can't wait to be myself and express myself Saturday.
Yeah. Man, I can't wait till this weekend, man. I'm gonna be watching this one. I'll stay up or whatever I got to do to watch this fight because you know I don't know. There's just something about you, homie. It's just like that raw gladiator aspect of what you bring to bare knuckle. You just don't see it. You don't, I mean, because, yeah, like you said, we all have lessons. We all learn from our lessons. And I believe you truly learned from this last lesson. I would hate to be your opponent going into this next fight because every fight that has come to a draw, the person after has paid the price.
Yeah.
And I really think it's going to be total annihilation. I don't want to curse anything or say anything negative, but I just would hate to be your opponent come this weekend. I see what. Well, bro, look what. Like I said, they tried to feed you to Hedry. You destroyed him.
Yeah,
I
it was
mean,
saying the other company did BKV. They thought I was going to be a walkover. My first fight ended up smashing their champion, and then I won all the belts as well.
hopefully Bakewell paid you better the second fight than he did the first one.
Yeah, money's a bit better. Yeah, could always be better, but
Yeah.
yeah, we're getting there.
A lot of people. I want to clear something up because a lot of people shit on me and said I took money from you. So when you asked me where did you want to send the money, did I not say your daughter's bank account?
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you
I
never took.
never took one penny from you, did I?
No.
And I never planned on it, bro. See, that's the thing about me is if I manage you or I believe in you, I may let you think I'm going to take money from you, but I'm not going to take money from you.
Yeah.
It's I'm different. I'm old school. I'm 61 years old, and the way I feel is if you're going to believe in somebody enough to back them, if you're going to believe in somebody enough to put your name on the line for them, and they go out there and do what they're supposed to do, I don't deserve any money. All I deserve is a thank you from you, and you gave me that. You know, it is. I'm gonna tell a funny story if you don't mind about the drinking. Can I tell that story real quick?
Yeah, no problem.
Um, I had told Anthony that I don't want you to go to the bar after your fight or whatever. I don't want you to spend your money at the bar and this and that. And I said because you're going out there to fight for money, that you spend tons of money to fight to earn. And what was it, 30 minutes, 40 minutes after your fight, you called me from the hotel in bed, already in bed.
Yeah,
And then I thought it was the coolest thing ever because what was it, 3 or 4 days later, you went on sabbatical with your family
yeah,
and you asked me if you could drink. And I said, bro, of course you could drink. I just didn't want you to go down and spend half your money at the bar after the fight, you know. But that's the only thing I ask from my fighters. That's the only thing I ask because I know what it costs for training camp. I know what it costs for gear. I know what it costs for meal prep. And most fighters, correct me if I'm wrong, they win a fight, then they go to the pub and they spend a third to half of what they won, and only to wake up the next morning going, man, where in the hell did my money go?
yeah. In my younger days, I used to go out after a fight, and then I'd still be out and then drink again anyway. So yeah, it's good you've done.
So, am I the first one you listened to?
Yeah, you and the coach said it straight now. Stay away from beers in case you want to itch the trust as well. And it's just a bit better to be safe, on the mind. Make sure you don't took a funny knocker out, which you won't be able to tell if you'd had a skin flush. So it makes sense to me.
Yeah, Giovanni says, this is another long comment, so I'm just going to read it from here. It says, there are very few new things in this world, very few. That's why people that are young, if they're smart, they try to profit from the experience of an older guy so they won't have to go through all the pain and suffering. But a certain amount of pain and suffering is good because it makes a person think they've learned. Did you learn from our experience or did you learn from that type of experience, Anthony?
Yeah, I mean, I've got that tattooed on me. Like, character cannot be developed in ease and quiet. Only through experience of trial and suffering can the soul be strengthened, ambition inspired, and success achieved.
You know, this gentleman right here, Artie Lamparella, I was missing my grandfather, the man that made me. He's truly my wife's grandfather, but I was missing my grandfather so much. And I prayed to God. I said, I wish I had somebody to fulfill his shoes because I missed him. Artie Lamparella, I met him through a good friend, one of the most famous commissioners in New York history. His name, and he says, the Warriors are on. This man is truly the epitome of my walk. And, it's like my grandfather taught me a lot. And you know how when you lose something that you care so much about?
Yeah.
Well, the Lord blessed me and gave me a mentor in Artie because through him I can continue to give to fighters like you and
Well,
the ones that are coming up.
you've come a long way in your own trials and your own suffering yourself, haven't you? So you can speak from experience more than anybody.
Yeah, it was crazy, Anthony. Since the last time I talked to you, I had 13 surgeries in 18 months. And I'm not going to lie, mate. One time, right in the middle of it, I was on my knees. I was ready to give up. I couldn't deal with the pain anymore. I couldn't deal with the suffering anymore. And I had pneumonia in my back. I couldn't breathe, and I was so tired. I wanted to go to sleep, but I was scared to go to sleep. Because I was afraid I wasn't going to wake up. And I went to bed. I said, God, either I wake up here or I wake up in heaven. But I'm tired, and I virtually gave up and I went to sleep. But thank God I woke up here, and it pushed me forward. You don't to be a warrior. I think you don't have to be in the cage all the time. You don't
True.
have to be in the ring, and
Overcoming
sometimes,
obstacles.
yeah. Well, some of our biggest battles are with us. They're with ourselves, and you checked in on me. Damn, half the UK checked in on me, and there's the mate right there, man. Daz Eccles says, "Much love, guys,"
Yeah,
and top lad right there, bro. Top lad. I just love him and his family to death. They've been there for me through thick and thin, and it's all because of you, Anthony. You brought a lot of tremendous people into my life, and I'm glad that I took the opportunity to be your manager. You've made me so proud, and not only have you made me proud, but you've brought some tremendous people into my life. You know, Go out there this weekend and knock the piss out of this guy. Just straight knock the piss out of him, bro.
That's what I intend to do.
Just know that I'll be watching. And like I said, mate, when your contract's done with Jackson Wink, I'll sign you back. I'll take you back as your manager, and we'll keep the ball rolling. Already know I know how to make Bakewell jump. And
Yeah.
here's another great man. Chris West says utmost respect for both of you. See, I told you the UK is tremendous, man. I get more love from the UK because they're freaking real than I do my own country. And I don't mean to disrespect anybody in the United States, but I tell you what, once the UK loves you, then you've accomplished something. And I appreciate all these mates coming on here and saying good things. Anthony, go out this weekend and make me proud. Go out this weekend and show the world who in the hell Anthony Yorkshire Gladiator Holmes is, bro.
I'm excited for it. I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait to win again. So, yeah, the buzz.
Well, I know it's late there, and some of the people are complaining about the audio, but they're just going to have to deal with it because the people in the UK can understand you. I can understand you, but make this one of the greatest moments of your life, mate.
Enjoy everything. Like I said, I've enjoyed the process, and I intend to do. Enjoy
well, see, when you sit closer, I can hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's a lot better. Anthony, life is full of trials and tribulations. This is your biggest test, mate. Go out there, just for me, man, and for yourself. Go out there and just beat the crap out of this guy.
Yeah. Well, I'm coming to America, mate. You'll see me there. I won't get over there. I learned my spot. So time to test myself.
Daz Eccles says, "Can't wait for Saturday. Mr. Holmes is back. Me and Tracy Eccles will be there. That's got to be a great feeling, mate.
Yeah, they're all awesome at support. I've known them all quite a bit now, especially through boxing. I've coached some of the sons, so I've got quite a good bond with them. And faith have got in me, so trust me to do that. So, yeah, it's a privilege.
How does it feel? We kind of wrap things up because I know it's late for you. How does it feel knowing that this weekend will put Anthony Holmes back in the spotlight?
It's like I say, love it all. Like I say, whatever's coming is coming, but I'm here to do business and I've got confidence I will do. So I'll see you all Saturday. You tune in to find out.
Yeah. What would you like to say if your opponent's watching? What would you like to say to him, man to man?
Yeah, like I say, I've got utmost respect for the fight, but till we stop throwing hands, we'll speak then. We'll let us hands still talking to him.
I like that. You know, Anthony, I'm forever blessed to have a mate in you and a brother in you. And
Yeah,
like I said, as soon as this contract's up with Jackson Wink, hit me up and we'll create great things, man. I will never stop believing in you, mate. Go out, make the UK proud, make the world proud.
yeah,
I know you're going to show the world. Uh, Tracy Eccles says, "See you Saturday, champ."
I will.
And and my brother from Atlanta, he says, "Amen." You know, I just there's something about you, Holmesy, that I don't know. We met in a weird way, but I'll have your back till the day I die, mate.
I
Go
appreciate
out
it.
there and make me proud, make the world proud, and show the sport what a true fucking warrior is.
I intend to do every bit of that, and you keep fighting the good fight you send me, my friend.
I'm gonna hand the mic to you, mate. If there's any friends, family, social media, or sponsors that you just want to add, the floor is
I
yours.
would like to thank the coaches, the support I'm getting. I've got a few sponsors, Edamar, yeah, Zach Making Racing, about 5 towns, routine, A to Z scaffolding, uh, yeah, Amico IT solutions. My head's gone blank. If I miss it, I'm sorry, but I appreciate all support.
Yeah. Hey, man, go out there and win, champ. Go out there and show the world what I believe in. I truly believe in you, mate. God, I can't wait for Saturday.
No.
I really can't.
That corner, new slim version, downsize again, and let's see what this middleweight's all about, and let's expect another gold at some point.
James T. Lavelle says the Yorkshire Gladiator, Saturday the 18th. The world's going to take notice. The man will be on top again. I can't wait, Anthony. Thank you so much. Hey, the way things go, get a pair of earbuds, and after the fight, we'll have you back on. That way, nobody can complain about the sound, mate. I really, most of the time when we have these types of issues, I wouldn't have done this show, but this show I wouldn't have missed for anything because, man, I believe in you, and I know you're going to accomplish great things, and I know the world is yet to see the best part of the Yorkshire Gladiator. Go out there and represent Castleford with pride, brother. Thank you so much.
And you
Get some sleep and get your ass in the gym tomorrow. All right.
See you in a bit.
All right. See you, mate. All right. Bye bye. I apologize. He didn't have any headphones. Thank you so much, Artie. Oh, and Daz Eccles says, "Nice to see you backing up and running too, Don. You need to come to I wish, hey, bro, I'll get to Castleford as soon as I can. Y'all people are straight. I love everybody over in Castleford. You guys make me feel so welcome. You know, especially with the food that your wife makes you, mate. I want to come. I want to come have breakfast at your house. To be honest with you, you know, Anthony and me, we became friends through a really weird situation. I became Anthony's manager. I would still be his manager right now if I didn't leave Jackson Wink. Hey, mate, I'm going to take you up on that. I got you, Daz. But thank you so much. But it doesn't mean because I don't manage it's a corporation that took over Anthony, and we tried to get him away from Jackson Wink MMA, but they fought us tooth and nail. And I told Anthony to do what was right for him because I didn't want to ruin his career or ruin any opportunities. He hit me up and asked me to get him on the big stage one last time, so I did it because I believed in him like all of you do. Anthony is one hell of a tremendous warrior, and I believe Saturday night he's going to show the world what I see in him and what all of you see in him. So I want to thank each and every one of you for joining me. I know it's late in the UK, but thank you all so much for the support. And let's cheer Anthony on. He's one hell of a fighter, and he's even a better pal on the walk in life, as with each and every one of you. Craig, Daz, everybody. God bless you all, and have a good night.